Welcome to Arifae's No Party Wipe tips, tricks, and kicks for the Rookery. In the first pack of the Rookery, what you're going to see is a couple Cursed Thunderers. You are going to want to interrupt their lightning bolts. For that, you can use Skull Bash as a priority, and then if no one seems to be interrupting, I recommend using Incapacitating Roar, followed by a Vortex into a Typhoon. You'll also see Quartermaster Koratite sending out Bounding Voids, which will send 3 circles out. You'll want to get out of the way, stay mobile. Spheres will also return back to him, so stay out of their way. In the next pull of the Rookery, you are going to see a Cursed Thunderer who you will need to keep interrupted. You can again use those same interrupts or CCs that I recommended before, but mainly as a healer you're going to be watching out for Energized Barrage, which is going to target 1 DPS. That DPS should use a defensive on it, but either way you are going to want to target heal them, and you also are going to watch out for that AoE that the Void Rider is going to be casting. In the following pulls, you'll see similar mobs, including the Cursed Thunderer. You'll also see the Cursed Rook Guard be added. Their cast will also need to be interrupted. You can also soothe the Unruly Stormrook. The last pull on this floor of the Rookery, you'll see 3 Cursed Thunderers and 1 Cursed Rook Tender. All of them will need to be interrupted. Again, use those AoE CCs and your interrupts to prevent someone from being double casted on. The Big Burb Kyrios will cast Crashing Thunder. You should fan out from others nearby. You'll also want to avoid Wild Lightning. As the boss starts Lightning Torrent, large beams will be shot out from him. If you stand anywhere but the grates, you should be fine to move around and you will not be hit by the beams. After the beam phase, he will cast Lightning Dash and shoot out, casting a large circle focused on one person. If you have any speed buffs, such as Stampeding Roar, the last phase of Lightning Torrent is a good time to use it. Your DPS will thank you. Turn into a cat and then drop down and take little to no damage. In the next few packs, you'll see one mob called the Cursed Oracle, which will need to be interrupted. They will cast a Void Bolt. The Coalescing Void Diffuser will cast Arching Void, which you can use the columns to line of sight, otherwise take a defensive. There's also the Void Cursed Crushers. It will jump out at you. It is Light Dam. You'll see the Coalescing Void Diffusers and the Void Cursed Crushers in the next couple of pulls. The next pull is the hardest in the entire dungeon. If your group has lust up for this, then try and use it. In this pull, you'll see 2 Oracles. They will need to be interrupted. You'll also see the Void Cursed Crushers and the Coalescing Void Diffuser. Use the columns to avoid the Arcing Void, and stay away from other people who have Arcing Void on them to prevent damage from jumping to you. The next boss, Stormguard Gorin, uses Crushed Reality and then jumps and sends out several beams that you should avoid. If you're a Resto Druid, when he jumps out, I do recommend turning into a bear. He will also cast Chaotic Corruption, which will put a debuff on you, and when that debuff goes to you, use a defensive. Whoever has the debuff on them will need some heavy heals. You'll also want to avoid giving that debuff to somebody else who has already had it. The debuff will jump to whoever is closest to you. In the next pull, you'll see the Void Ascendant and 2 Void Crushers. The Void Ascendant casts Void Bolt, which you should keep interrupted with a Skull Bash, and it also casts Umbral Wave, sending spheres out from itself. Avoid the spheres, and it also casts Feasting Void, which puts a dot on everybody that needs to be healed off. It's not a bad idea to take a defensive for Feasting Void. Down here you'll see similar packs, including the Ascendant and the Void Crushers. The civilians do no damage, but the Ascendant casts the 3 same spells, including Umbral Wave and Feasting Void. Continue to keep Void Bolt interrupted, and continue to take a defensive for Feasting Void. In this area, you'll also see Cursed Void Stones. The Cursed Void Stone does phase at 40% health. If you have pulled an Ascendant and a Void Stone together, make sure you kill off the Ascendant first before bringing the Void Stone down to 40%, at which point he will cast Unleash Darkness. Keep your feet happy by avoiding the circles and take a defensive. Right before the Void Stone dies, position yourself in such a place where when the boss does the knockback, you are not going to get knocked off the platform. The final boss of the Rookery, Voidstone Monstrosity, will cast Unleash Corruption and put a corruption on 2 people. They will need to be dispelled. The boss will also cast Null Upheaval, which will do a little bit of a knock-up. Take a defensive. Make sure all the rocks have a circle around them, otherwise they will turn into Void Stones that will need to be DPS down immediately. There will be a small window where you can do extra damage to the boss. Spend your big cooldowns here. After that window is complete, the boss will reinstate the Void Shell. Complete that cycle for what feels like way too long, then time your key.